The 2025 MLB postseason was one for the ages, filled with thunderous bats, roaring crowds, and moments that will be remembered for decades. Among the countless plays that lit up the October nights, none captured the raw, explosive beauty of baseball quite like the home runs. The crack of the bat echoing through the cool air, the collective gasp of fans rising as the ball soared into the night sky, and that breathtaking moment of realization when everyone knew it was gone. This postseason was a power show, and the 25 longest home runs told the story of determination, pride, and sheer athletic dominance. It began with Shohei Ohtani, the two-way sensation who continued to rewrite history. In Game 2 of the division series, he crushed a fastball deep into center field, sending it an astonishing 473 feet. The stadium erupted as the ball disappeared over the batter's eye. Ohtani's expression remained calm, but the world knew what they had just witnessed, an athlete in complete command of his craft. That home run wasn't just power, it was poetry, executed with precision and grace. Kyle Schwarber, known for his postseason heroics, added his own chapter to the long ball legacy. In Philadelphia, during a crucial moment in the National League Championship Series, Schwarber launched a 469-foot rocket that seemed to break the sound barrier. The camera caught the opposing pitcher turning his head in disbelief as the ball landed deep in the upper deck. It wasn't just a home run, it was a statement of intent from a man who thrives under pressure. George Springer, the veteran outfielder with a reputation for delivering in October, showed that he still had plenty left in the tank. In the wild card round, Springer connected on a hanging slider and sent it soaring 466 feet to left center. The crack of his bat had that unmistakable sound, pure, clean, and violent. Fans in the front rows barely had time to react before it was gone. For Springer, it was more than just another postseason homer, it was a reminder that experience and power remain a dangerous combination. Cal Raleigh, the Seattle slugger nicknamed Big Dumper, provided one of the postseason's most satisfying blasts. With two men on and his team trailing, Raleigh turned on a 98 miles per hour fastball and sent it 471 feet to right field. The crowd at T-Mobile Park was electric as he rounded the bases with a grin, knowing he had just shifted the momentum of the series. The replay showed the ball leaving the bat at 115 miles per hour, pure, unfiltered power from one of the most underrated hitters in baseball. Yordan Alvarez of the Astros once again lived up to his reputation as one of the most feared hitters alive. In Game 4 of the ALCS, he crushed a pitch 474 feet into the upper reaches of Minute Maid Park. The camera followed the ball as it disappeared into the night sky, leaving fans speechless. Even opposing players applauded quietly, acknowledging that there was simply nothing to be done against that kind of power. Alvarez's home runs don't just travel far, they carry emotional weight, silencing doubters and igniting his teammates. Aaron Judge added his own monumental blast, proving that postseason pressure only sharpens his focus. His 471-foot home run in the Bronx came at a time when the Yankees desperately needed a spark. Judge's swing was smooth but devastating, the ball sailing over the deepest part of the park. As it cleared the wall, the roar of the New York crowd was deafening, a sound of pure belief that the captain had once again delivered when it mattered most. Then came Vladimir Guerrero Jr., whose moonshot in the division series traveled 468 feet with an exit velocity of 117 miles per hour. The sound was unlike any other that night, a violent explosion that seemed to shake the stadium. Guerrero watched for a brief moment before starting his trot, his confidence radiating with each step. His homer symbolized the new generation of sluggers ready to take over the postseason stage. Bryce Harper, never one to be left out of a power conversation, sent fans into frenzy with his 470-foot missile to right center. His emotion was raw, his roar echoing as he crossed home plate. For Harper, the postseason is personal, a place to prove, once again, that passion and performance go hand in hand. That swing reminded everyone why he remains one of the most captivating players of his era. Matt Olson of the Braves contributed one of the most majestic home runs of the postseason, a 475-foot blast that left even his teammates stunned. The camera caught Ronald Acuna Jr. laughing in the dugout, shaking his head as if to say, "That's unreal." Olson's raw strength and perfect mechanics made that swing unforgettable. It wasn't just distance, it was pure, controlled fury. Shohei Ohtani returned to the spotlight again later in the postseason with another jaw-dropping home run, this one measuring 478 feet, the longest of his career. The pitch was low, almost out of the zone, but Ohtani's incredible bat control turned it into a laser beam to dead center. The crowd erupted as the ball cleared the batter's eye by a wide margin. It was a moment that once again proved he's in a league of his own. Austin Riley of the Braves showcased his trademark consistency with a 467-foot blast that seemed effortless. His smooth, compact swing generated unbelievable power, the kind that makes pitchers rethink their entire approach. As the ball sailed into the left field bleachers, Riley simply lowered his head and jogged the bases like it was business as usual, a silent assassin doing what he does best. Fernando Tatis Jr., back in postseason action, reminded everyone why he's one of baseball's most electrifying players. His 472-foot home run was a thing of beauty, long, loud, and filled with flair. As he dropped his bat and pointed to his dugout, the energy in the stadium exploded. Tatis doesn't just hit home runs, he creates moments that live forever in highlight reels. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, made sure the Mets' short postseason run still had fireworks. His 469-foot home run was a line drive that never seemed to come down. Fans in the upper deck barely had time to react before it clanged off the railing. Alonso's raw strength remains unmatched, and his postseason shot was a reminder of the sheer brute force he brings to every at-bat. Juan Soto added his name to the list with a 470-foot homer that showcased his uncanny ability to combine power and patience. After battling through a 10-pitch at-bat, Soto finally got a fastball he could handle and didn't miss. The ball screamed off his bat and landed deep beyond the right field wall. His signature shuffle afterward sent the crowd into chaos, a moment of controlled swagger that only Soto can deliver. Corey Seager's 466-foot blast in the ALDS was another highlight reel moment. With 2 outs and 2 strikes, Seager turned on a breaking ball and sent it soaring. His calm demeanor never changed, but his teammates knew it was a pivotal swing in the series. The replay from behind home plate showed the perfect mechanics that make Seager one of the most dangerous hitters in October. Mookie Betts joined the fun with a rare display of long-distance power, sending a ball 465 feet into the night. Known more for his consistency and clutch hitting, Betts showed he can still crush one when the moment calls for it. His home run came in the middle of a comeback rally, igniting the Dodgers' offense and reminding everyone of his all-around greatness. Adley Rutschman made a statement for the next generation of stars with a 467-foot shot that sent Camden Yards into pandemonium. The young catcher has quickly become a leader, and his powerful swing under pressure demonstrated poise beyond his years. It was a glimpse of a future filled with postseason dominance. Jorge Soler, no stranger to postseason power, delivered a mammoth 471-foot blast that seemed to disappear into orbit. His follow-through was picture-perfect, his confidence unshakable. Every postseason, Soler seems to rise to the moment, and this year was no different. Randy Arozarena added flair to the list with his trademark charisma and a 468-foot home run that sent fans into celebration mode. His energy is infectious, his timing impeccable. The way he twirled his bat afterward made it feel like a scene straight out of a movie. Luis Robert Jr. made his mark with a 472-foot bomb that showed off his incredible athleticism and strength. His home run wasn't just long, it was decisive, shifting the momentum of the entire series. As he crossed home plate, his teammates met him with pure joy, knowing that swing changed everything. Nolan Arenado brought his postseason experience to bear with a 466-foot drive to left. It was vintage Arenado, quiet confidence, smooth mechanics, and absolute authority at the plate. The crack of the bat alone told everyone watching that this one was gone. Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners had perhaps the most emotional home run of the postseason, a 470-foot shot that sent his hometown crowd into chaos. His joy, his youthful exuberance, and his connection to the fans made that moment unforgettable. Ronald Acuna Jr. added one of his trademark missiles, a 468-foot blast that showcased his explosive bat speed and infectious energy. His celebration afterward was pure passion, a moment that captured everything great about modern baseball. And finally, to cap it all, Shohei Ohtani once again took the stage in the World Series. His final home run of the postseason traveled a mind-blowing 480 feet, an exclamation point on an already legendary October. As the ball disappeared into the stands and the crowd lost control, Ohtani's quiet smile told the story. He wasn't just participating in history, he was creating it. Every one of these home runs carried its own story, of redemption, resilience, and raw power. The 2025 postseason wasn't just about teams battling for the trophy, it was about moments like these, when athletes touch greatness, and fans are reminded why they love this game.